Noah. Ace for Edberg.
Edberg leading 2-1. Second set. Noah won the first set 6-4. And double fault for Yannick Noah, the second of the match. Noah has played 30% of his matches on carpet this year. We mentioned that. And of his 19 career singles titles, 6 have been on the carpet. So of all the participants, the final 8 here, this is a surface which favors him more than anyone else.
Oh.
Not a lot of errors in this match tonight.
That forehand cross-court barely cleared the net. Yannick Noah thought it was going into the net and wasn't able to make the play. So the door opens a little bit for Stefan Edberg to really get back into this match.
He's had this chance before, though, Fred. Noah's been able to come back. But now it's triple break. A couple of occasions Edberg has had Noah at double break point, hasn't been able to finish off the job.
Yeah, but with 3 in a row, the chances are now with him. And I say that, Roger, because interestingly enough, on a court that is as fast as this, statistics show that at 40-15 or 15-40 rather against the server, you're at about a 50-50 call on any serve. 15-40. So the server has got a big advantage, obviously, to start out. When he gets to 15-40 down, believe it or not, on the faster surfaces like grass, and to some extent this, you then are looking at about an even situation. So right now, you're at about a 50-50 call on the breaker serve here from Edberg. Love 40, of course, increases his chances.
You hear the linesperson calling the serves at the moment because Cyclops is not working. Somebody bumped it and they haven't been able to set it up correctly. So the linesperson, so it's the human eye calling the serves at the moment.
I was wondering where that shriek was this evening as Edberg drops his racket in disgust, and now it's 30-40. So Noah bouncing back from triple break point.
It's interesting always to look at these two guys at a point like this, and you'd think the pressure would be on Noah, and to some extent it is. But Edberg knows he's not going to get that many chances to break Noah, and this is a critical point for him.
Well, he only had that one chance in the first set, and that was on Noah's first service game, so he had very few opportunities.
Oh, there's that great athletic ability by Yannick Noah, and it's a deuce.
Talk about athletic ability and how it helps you. Just take a look at this. Now, this, I thought he might put that one away. He edges it back into the backhand side. Edberg has to half volley it from the baseline. Easy volley for Noah. Again, played from 2 to 3 feet in the air.
I didn't think there was any chance he would get up to that cliff at court side here.
Nicely done by Stefan Edberg.
Interesting comment from you there, Fred, at court side. You know, my friends, it's interesting that we are looking at this court from behind it and way above it, of course. Stolly is right down there courtside. There's certain things that he is always in a position to see that you can't call from here. That did not look like that tougher shot from up here.
Oh, and Stefan Edberg able to break Yannick Noah in the 4th game of the second set, and Edberg now leads 3-1. Fine return, and Edberg almost showing some emotion there, Fred.
Yes, he wasn't too happy with that volley, but it was a very good, slow chip return from Yannick Noah. Had to play that one right off his shoelaces.
strong serve there by Stefan Edberg. 15 all. Edberg's next match will be against Ivan Lendl tomorrow night, and Noah plays Gomez tomorrow evening. And now it's 30-15. Remember, Lendl coming up against Andres Gomez. We will be with you until 9 o'clock Eastern time this evening. There is a third match tonight, Wilander against Nystrom. We have got many hours of tennis for you coming up throughout this weekend, through the final on Monday night. And 30 all.
It's an interesting choice for Stefan Edberg on that second serve. He knows now that Noah has the option to hit the return and get it back to his feet like he did there. So do you come into the net or do you stay back? The problem with staying back is that if you do, and you do it consistently, then Noah's going to start chipping and charging.
Well, Noah did a good job just to get to that serve there by Edberg, and then Stefan able to finish it off, and it's 40-30, and Edberg with a chance to go up 4-1 in this second set. Deuce.
Both players looking for a call on a let serve, and frankly, I thought I heard a let here. Jeremy Shales, the net cord judge, said he didn't feel it or didn't hear it, didn't call it, so the point stands. But both players thought that was a let.
And advantage to Edberg.
Fred, I'm not going to get into a discussion about how things used to be, because goodness knows we're talking about a long time ago. But in the days that we used to play against each other, we'd call that. If we both heard it, I'm talking about the guys of our era. Not saying it's right, but that's what used to happen.
We were playing for a silver tray, though.
And these players have over $200,000 at stake for the winner, as Edberg now leads Noah 4-1 in the second set.
Let Captain Raul.
Here, this man's tremendous artistic and athletic ability is what won him this point. It was a break point. Now Edberg there, half volley. Now watch Noah here in the air. Do you see how his left arm is pointing to the ball just like it is at the just like it is at this point here? You see his hand pointing to the ball, and then boom, he goes through it, very similar to the serve motion.
And once again, the fans coming in this first match of the evening here at Madison Square Garden. Noah serving, trailing 4-1. And once again, the Cyclops, the automatic device that tells us whether the serve is in or out, is not operating at the moment. So Noah with the backhand winner. Last night we only had Becker. Started to argue at one point in time with Cyclops, then remembered it was Cyclops, so didn't pursue that any further. So we have the human element involved here this evening on the service game. And another ace, Noah's 5th of the match, 2nd of this set. And that seems to be the key for Yannick Noah, that big first serve. There you see the aces, 5-2. And another one, make it 6 now. Fred, he seems to get them in streaks, the aces I'm speaking.
He certainly has come through when he's been in trouble on serve, and now he's down a break in this set. But the power on that serve is just tremendous. He really gets up and lets that racket head go through the ball.
Well, you know, he has 2 different serves. The last one that you saw, that last ace, he had under 100 miles per hour on it because he took some off it and just used the spin and the angle.
Long, and Yannick Noah wins the 6th game of the second set. Edberg leads 4 games to 2. We were told that Becker last night on a serve that was just out was clocked at 131 miles per hour. And this evening, Noah has had a serve clocked at 128 miles per hour, as Becker did last night, that same speed.
Overall, though, Becker's percentages, they're higher in terms of hitting the ball harder.
And just wide.
7th game of this second set, and in my mind the most important game of the match for both players here, because Edberg has to win this to consolidate his situation, to try and get this into a 3rd set. This man, Yannick Noah, must break back right here if he's to win this in straight sets.
And it's love 30.
Terrific forehand cross-court, got very low. Edberg was trying for a drop volley. I think that was the shot to play, because had he been successful, there was no way for Noah to be able to run it down. He just didn't execute the shot. Oh, yes. You know, he gets that good of an angle off that volley because he's so darn close to the net.
15-30. Edberg leading 4 games to 2 in the second set. Double break point.
He's simply out of position here. Look at the return of serve is what sets it up for him. Gets it low. All right, so now you're going to the backhand side, but look, you had no time to get back to the down the line shot from Noah. Not even close. Another one of those backhand volleys from Edberg, again from close to the net. Noah jumps over that sign.
Well, he was just, you know, counting heads here at Madison Square Garden, finding out what the attendance.
That's about 3'6" high too, that, and he would have run right through it, so he hurdled it. It's amazing on that second last backhand, though, Noah barely moved. He knew, they've played one another so many times, he knew that Edberg was coming back that side, was all set up for it. Still break point.
Great athletic ability and outstanding stuff there from the Swede, way into the corner. Nevertheless, the message that Noah sends you is no matter how good the approach or the volley is, he is that good and that quick that he's going to be able to get to it at least and make you hit the overhead for the winner. And that's what he did. But of course, Edberg was up to putting it away easily.
And the advantage to Noah. Edberg was able to break Noah in the 4th game of the second set. And Noah's had an excellent chance here in this, the 7th game, which Fred mentioned the most important of the match. Noah wants to take this thing in straight sets. Yes, there it is. And Yannick Noah able to break Stefan Edberg in this, the 7th game. And Noah now trails 4 games to 3 in the second set. We'll be right back.
Just off Route 19 in St. Petersburg is a place where you can learn to ski the Alps and shoot the rapids all in the same building. At Bill Jackson Sporting Goods, you can practice everything from a stem Christie to an Eskimo.
In the second set, but coming off an outstanding 7th game where he was able to break Stefan Edberg. He's serving to even things up at 4 games apiece. only time that Noah has lost on the carpet this year. Twice to Edberg and then twice to Mayotte. And remember, Noah has never beaten Edberg. Oh, finally, Edberg is able to put it away.
15-all.
Makes another good volley, and then look at this one. He has to hit 2. Now Edberg says go for this one. You see, did you see the move that Noah started to make to cover that forehand down the line? And of course, Edberg went cross on him. And as soon as you commit yourself and the guy's that close to the net, there's no way to recover.
And for Yannick Noah, his 7th ace and the 4th of this set.
Those last 2 volleys that Noah made, I must be about 15, 20 feet away from there, and he's very close to the net. Great athletic ability, diving to make those, sheer concentration, racket out in front of him.
The 3rd double fault for Yannick Noah, 2nd in this set.
I'm going to say, after Fred said that the 7th game is the most important of the set, that now that the 7th game is over, number 8 becomes equally important, and this is a critical stage in this game for both players. As successful as Noah has been behind first serve, you know that Edberg breathes a sigh when he misses it.
Just in. And Stefan Edberg.
Is that a clean hit in the passing shot, Fred?
Yes, it was, but very heavy topspin, Cliff. As it went past Noah, it looked a little as though it may go long, but it did lob into the corner, in my opinion. And both linespersons put their hands down signal, so Noah knew it was good.
Edberg with his 2nd possible break opportunity. Converted in the 4th game of this 2nd set.
And he gets another look at the 2nd serve. What's he going to do with it? Hit it or chip? I bet he'll hit it.
Well, as he did on the previous, he really came in strong on it. And Edberg is able to break Yannick Noah in this 8th game and leads 5 games to 3.
Well, 3 breaks a serve in this set so far. They had chances to have more than the 1 break that eventually won it for Noah. But there was only the 1 break here. Edberg has got 2 and Noah 1.
So Edberg serving for this set to even it up. Powerful shot there, and once again Edberg just showing a bit of emotion.
And the other thing he did there was he put that racket over his knee, put 2 hands on either side of it, as if to say, I'm not sure that I like the frame. We remind you, if you weren't with us when we started, that he is using a new racket. This is the 2nd match that he's played with it.
Oh, what a return there by Yannick Noah, and it's love 30.
Doesn't matter what you use, it's not going to help you on that kind of return of serve, is it? Take a look at this. It was a very fine serve. He hit it relatively flat into the corner, a little shallow maybe, and Noah took a full swing at that backhand. Clean winner.
Edberg's thinking, well, what have I got to get on my serve to win a point?
Court, and he mishit the attempted forehand, and Edberg had plenty of time to cut it off. And just take a look at this here.
Both of them with a couple of opportunities, Cliff.
Yeah. Now Now, right here, look at him. He's out of position there. Noah gets to the ball, but just never made the pass. Oh.
He comes up with some marvelous stuff.
How about 3 winner returns of serve in this game alone?
And it's double break point. So Noah, who broke Edberg in the 7th game, can come back here in the 9th. And it's break point.
It's incredible, Cliff, because he threw in another change-up serve there. The 2 outright winners that Noah's hit in this game have been off good first serves.
Yeah. The best servers are the guy who changes things up on you.
And a deuce.
There was another one there, as you could see. Yannick Noah got through too early for that one.
He had a lot of topspin on that serve, and he got it very wide. I think that's his favorite serve when he's in trouble.
Strong serve there by Stefan Edberg, and 109 miles per hour as he serves now for the set. We will go to a 3rd set as Edberg comes back with a 6-3 win in the 2nd set here at Madison Square Garden.
What do you think he's got to do in this 3rd one? He's beaten Yannick the last 4 times, or the only 4 times he's played.
Well, I think at the moment, Fred, he's not concentrating on what he's doing most of the time. He's busy sort of looking for excuses of what to look that's wrong out there. There's really not too much wrong with him. If he just gets on and does the job, he won't have any trouble.
You think he's worried about the racket?
No, I think, like I just said, I think he's looking for a few excuses because things are not going too right for him.
Do you think that's got anything to do with the lights? Because he has a 4-0 performance with Yannick coming into this match.
No, I don't think so. You know as well as I do that matches can keep going backwards and forwards, and somebody can suddenly have a hot day one day.
Thanks very much, Tony.
Okay, Fred.
So Tony Picard, the coach of Stefan Edberg. There are the scores. Noah winning the 1st set 6-4, and Edberg coming back 6-3 in the 2nd set. So a strong serve there by Noah. 30 love. Our first match clip to go to 3 sets here in the 2nd night of our coverage of the Nabisco Masters, and this has been a good match.
I think that what has happened now is that the guys have both broken serve a couple of times. That means that they're beginning to get more confidence in their ability to return serve, and that always makes for the best tennis production.
That was strong right there. It was long. Once again, Cyclops is not operating, so it's the human element involved here in the calls on serve.
Probably should mention that the Cyclops is that machine that calls the lines, the beep that it makes when the ball is long.
40 left. Oh, he went between the legs and he got it.
I tell you what, I don't know how many times, they say he practices that shot. That's the most extraordinary doggone thing you've ever seen. Yannick Noah on this shot here. Now, they're still not
He knows right there he's going to do it.
Right. Look at this, through his legs. But, Edberg at this point says, now, I've seen him do it before on television. I saw him do it at the U.S. Open. Watch this, through the legs. But he said he's not going to be able to do it and have it work again, is he? And my goodness, it happened for him. Not that big a deal because it was game point for him anyway. But this is Noah's reaction to his ability.
That was choreographed all the way. As soon soon as he saw he was in trouble, he said, what the heck, let's go for it. He did, and he came up with a winner. Here are the stats from the second set. The unforced errors, Edberg 8 and Noah 4. The winners 18 and 14. First serve percentage, Edberg still way above Noah at 69 to 50%. But the aces 4-1 for Noah. Double faults 2. Service broken 2-1. And
not often that you see Noah in the column of unforced errors and winners lower than anybody, but in this case Edberg has got more unforced errors and more winners in that second set anyway, and it shows that Edberg is the more aggressive player of the two, and it's really quite surprising. Noah's not used to playing against a guy who plays that way.
And new tennis balls now for this second game of the third set. Fred, those fans just loved that, didn't they?
Oh, did they ever? I think the nicest thing about that whole deal is when they changed ends, Edberg went over the other side and congratulated Noah on that shot.
Great. That's great. Well, you know what's going to happen now. The young players are going to start emulating that shot that Yannick noticed. But we talked about it at the top. I mean, that's one of the very unique things in tennis.
And he knows it too.
Yeah.
He knows that those are things that really make the sport exciting.
Well, those are viewers that watched Tim Wilkerson play Yannick Noah, and it lasted about 4 hours at the US Open. They know that this man's an athlete and loves to play, as Cliff mentioned.
40 love.
Oh, yeah.
And Edberg evens things up in one game apiece in the third set.
Coming into the net like that, see, you're pretty much committed to going one way. You're already running in a certain direction, as Noah was there. Edberg knew that. He hit the ball in the area that he knew was virtually impossible for Noah to get back to, and it was a complete winner.
And the Nabisco Masters doubles. Cliff and I'll be at Royal Albert Hall in London, Saturday, December 13th and Sunday the 14th. And get up early, 9 a.m. Eastern, 6 a.m. Pacific time. It's a great venue there. It's a very special event, and taking place this year in December rather than January. So, change there from a year ago. Just wide.
Another thing that Tony Pickard mentioned whilst talking to him was the fact that it's very difficult to get in for Stefan Edberg to get into any rhythm playing Yannick, because he's looking at bullet-like first serves, and he compares it to a similar way of playing Boris Becker.
But I thought your question to Pickard was a good one. I don't think he was, I'm not going to say entirely truthful.
Over the shoulder.
I don't think he wanted to give away his feeling that surely that racket has got something to do with the fact that Edberg is, as he puts it, just, you know, ready to make something, blame something rather. Take a look at this, almost back into Edberg's body.
15 all.
Oh,
Backhand.
Well, when he winds up on anything like that, he's done it a couple of times now, cross-court every time. I suppose even if you anticipate that he's going to do that, there's not a heck of a lot you can do about it because he hits the ball so hard. The other thing that is working for Edberg, or worked in the second set, is that he never won a point on Noah's first serve in the first set. In the second set, he won a lot. And there's another one.
Yeah. And it's 15-40, double break point now in the third game of the third set. So each of these players have had a couple of service breaks.
So it took Edberg a set to get used to the first serve of Noah. Now that he is, apparently, he's winning a lot of points, even on Noah's first serve.
Noah's also starting to press on that first serve, Cliff. I think he's going for a little too much at the moment.
Oh, look at that backhand again. The cross-court winner by Stefan Edberg. And as as he breaks Noah in this third game of the third set. That has been the shot for him, but that was the shot of the night so far by Yannick Noah.
Either to go down the line, and obviously that is where Noah thinks he's going to go. He can also go cross-court. Well, he's gone cross-court before. Take a look at where he ends up going. You see Noah moving for the down-the-line backhand, and of course he was wrong, and Edberg twice passed him with that backhand, and that's what won the serve break for him.
Number 15.
Beautiful shoulder turn on that backhand. He just about had his back to you when he really teed off on that one. Double fault on that first point to Edberg as he tries to consolidate the situation here.
His second.
But that passing shot from Edberg illustrates how difficult it is from Noah's standpoint. He has to cover the down-the-line backhand because there's so much space there. Well, when he makes the move for it, Edberg whips it cross-court.
Next match coming up, Yvonne Lendl against Andres Gomez. Lendl, who has been in the final of this event since 1980. Winning his share, losing his share, but he has been in the final every year since 80. And it's now 30 all. Edberg leading 2 games to 1. It's now 30-40, so break point for Yannick Noah.
They're both hitting the ball so well. They're both returning serve well. Both players know that they have to work now to win their own serves. And as I said before, that's great tennis production. Because they have to win points. They are not being given any at this point in the match. Another case there. Good play from Edberg. Noah is way off in his backhand side of the court. Edberg comes into the net. The obvious volley for him is down into Noah's forehand, but he goes back into the backhand side and Noah is wrong-footed.
And that's that. And the advantage back to Noah again. Trying to even things up at 2 games apiece in this third set. Break Edberg in his 4th game and even things up at 2 games apiece.
Edberg's not happy with what happened on that last point, quite obviously, mainly because he really made an unforced error at a critical time for him. puts a little pressure on you. You know, there are two things that happen at a stage like that. Take a look at the net points first, though. 67 times that Edberg has come in against 46 for Noah, who is normally a very aggressive player. 42 wins against 28. So obviously it's to the benefit of both players to get into the net. Edberg has been in a few more times than Noah.
And each player with 3 service breaks apiece. Love. Strong first serve by Yannick Noah.
I think you'll find now that Noah has the pressure on Edberg. He will direct that first serve more to the Edberg forehand as this third set continues.
I think you're right, Fred, and I think the momentum has swung too now.
And just as we say that,
yeah, but it's still 30-15. See, what happened was Noah's behind. He loses the second set, early break, third set. Now suddenly, Edberg loses his serve, and Noah is apparently going to hold serve. Take a look at this great stuff. Look at the return at his feet, half volley. Now Edberg has got to hustle to get to it. Goes cross court, which was probably a mistake, because down the line was the only chance that he had. Look at that. Excellent effort. Now take a look at him. Watch him. No hesitation in moving to cover the cross court. And he volleyed it in the open court, of course.
40-15. And Yannick Noah with an opportunity to take a 3-game-to-2 lead in this third set. And it's long, and Noah in the third game leads 3-2 in this third set. We'll be right back. Dolly is courtside, the third set of this opening match here on Thursday night between Stefan Edberg, Yannick Noah. Noah leading 3-2. As the crowd continues to file in here. Lendl and Gomez coming up next. You'll see it here on ESPN. Covers the side well, and it's 15 all.
You know, he committed himself totally. You talked about covering it. Yes, he did. Had Noah gone cross court, he would have come second, and he knows it. But he guessed right. An acknowledgement from Noah. Sorry that I hit you. Edberg says, look, I ran right into the thing. No problem. Played in an extraordinarily friendly spirit. And if I was Yannick Noah, I would be bearing down on this game with everything I've got, because he has the momentum. He's won a few in a row. He's ahead 3-2 for the first time, third set.
Now it's 30 all.
An early break from Edberg. He got it back, and he has his chance right here.
Of course, Yannick Noah, a very popular figure with the crowd here. He spends a lot of time, lives here in New York, has a restaurant here in New York.
30. And by the way, spends a lot of time there too, Freddie. I understand. He's not just I guess an owner that's never there. What do you call it?
An absentee owner is what I think you were looking for.
Thank you.
Well, maybe we'll have to try that restaurant before we get out of New York City. As we call Drysdale the traveling gourmet.
Hardly.
And Edberg has evened things up at 3 games apiece.
3 games.
Interesting. Edberg hit that serve, stayed back. He hasn't done much of that. Noah was going to attack him. He mishit the attempted approach, of course, but boy, the nuances of what happens at this point in a match are extraordinary. Take a look at Edberg at 22 unforced errors. That's for the whole match.